And that's why the next panel is about regional insights. It's about current trends and opportunities in Web3 in the Caucasus region. There are 3 speakers, 1 moderator. I will be announcing each of them separately. Let's start with representative from Armenia, Artyom Harutyunyan, who is Web3 Armenia Foundation co-founder. Let's give him a very warm round of applause. Please welcome on stage. We also have Can Azizoğlu from CoinOX. OX, please. Can? Not here. We don't have Can? Okay, let's wait for the speaker when he comes. Next is Marekh Kamkamidze from Croco Squad. Croco Squad is one of the sponsors of today's event. So yes, that's good, and we can do even more. And please welcome the moderator, Metakse Ghambaryan from Asterium. Please welcome on stage, and the mic is yours. You can use one of those, or I can give you. And we're waiting for Mr. Can. If he appears, please just go on stage and join the conversation whenever you're here.
Okay, thank you, dear guests, for coming. Thank you to our speakers and to all our guests. We are going to talk about regional insights. I think it's a small wrap-up of what was going on this stage, what was being talked on this stage about Web3 and AI, and who is going to tell you more about the region rather than people representing the region. So we have Georgia and neighbor countries, Armenia, Turkey, and I myself represent a company from Uzbekistan. Before we start, I would like each speaker to introduce their project, how they started their way to Web3 and AI, because everybody's talking about it, and how did you start your project, with what vision, what was your motivation to do that? We can start from Marie.
So, hello, my name is Marekh, I'm from Croco Squad. My journey started almost right away when AI became big, right? I was really interested in it, and I invested my time, no matter I was not in the field by the time, but I invested my time to learn and get closer, so I considered myself as an AI enthusiast, and then came first job opening in Georgian market by Croco Squad, and I applied, and I got the job, so I was quite excited and
amazing.
thankful.
Right away, you got the job.
I did.
Pretty good. Okay.
But I invested before time. So.
Great. Can, how about your journey?
Hello, nice to meet you, and I'm very happy to be here this year also. Very fascinating to our region. Has this kind of events that gather all together to share more and create more. I started Web3 journey in 2017. I was an early investor of Ethereum, and things goes well for me and our family office about crypto first. Then until 2021, we have created a fund and we invested several projects, but mostly 80% was on ETH and like 20% on Bitcoin, just 10%. Sorry, it's 110, right? Sorry. So it's like a little percent of other projects. Finally, we have exited this year, ETH, like 60% of our portfolio. I'm happy because we were all having this crypto winter since 2021. At least now we can breathe now. This year is the year of investment for us, for CoinOxes, and we will see like what to do about the recent investment projects. We are also an incubator. We have incubated few projects, especially in Turkey, mostly in Turkey. But one of the projects that we incubated and tokenized, it was a project that exchanged on Turkish stock market. So it has very challenging about regulation stuff, and things in Turkey change a lot. So we will gonna talk about it. Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you. We will talk about the regulations, which is the hot topic. Let's learn Artyom's journey.
Thank you, Meta. I'm pretty sure no one cares, so let's not torture people. But I can say Web3 is freedom, and once you free the slaves, they don't want to go back into the cages. So I suppose some of us are here for that reason. Does it make sense at all? Who knows what Web3 is? Please raise your hands. Okay, all right. For the rest of you, I hope you'll go back home today with some knowledge about it, because it's not about cryptocurrency and AI and some fancy words like blockchain. I don't know if we'll have a Q&A session, but after the speech, feel free to come and ask any question you are interested into.
Thank you, Artyom. As always, very spicy. I know about your speeches. The Q&A will be during the networking. Let's talk about the regulations in our regions. To be honest, I'm well aware about regulations in Armenia, pretty aware about Georgia. We will hear from Can about Turkey, and I want to say that Uzbekistan has pretty good regulations for crypto. It's an immersive market. The regulatory field is not regulated by CB, but they have a different regulator. The company that I'm working is fully licensed. This, in comparison with Armenia and Georgia, I think is couple of steps forward and couple of steps better. So let's see what kind of challenges do you face because of regulations. How is the situation in your country, and what would you like to see in next year's upcoming, which will make the market better? Let's start from Artyom, the other way.
Hey, thank you. For those of you who doesn't know, European banking system and their lobbying is the strongest in the world. And their biggest enemy is crypto Web3, because it allows people to take back the control of their funds, not paying fees to the banks, not answering to the questions of banks, and not participating in inflation, all right? So the crypto is their biggest enemy. That's why they adopted MiCA regulation, European regulation, which is aiming to kill fully the space and take back the control to the hands of European banking system. So that's exact regulation they were able to push into Armenia through central bank system, which means Armenia has the worst regulations out there right now on the market.
Unfortunately.
Unfortunately. So we are obviously fighting it back, but you know how banksters are strong across the globe. So my best advice, honestly, no idea for Turkey, I'll listen right now. For Georgia, I know you're fighting back. My best advice would be fight, 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 and don't allow the European regulations to be adopted in Georgia.
Thank you, Artyom. Can, let's hear about Turkey.
Since 2021, it's been a lot of regulation changes in Turkey. I have lots of friends in the government spaces that they have already written the exact regulations that currently applicable. So before this recent regulation in 2025, we had approximately maybe 50 exchanges. Right now we have 20 because they have increased the capital, and now crypto exchange is like banking business in Turkey, but they cannot store the assets of the customers. So they have separated being an exchange and being an asset holder in a different two licenses. So this made like the entering barrier to Turkish market and keeping the license much more harder, which like costs like minimum $1 million minimum for just government regulations to government, and you pay like a lot of money, minimum $4 or $5 million for capital assets, and you still can't keep people's crypto in your hot wallets. So there's two sides. This is the hard side, but as hard it is, we have 90 million people. We have a big population, and 40 million of that crypto native. Even my mom has crypto account, exchange account.
Very impressive.
She is buying and selling something by herself. So like we are very crypto native nation as Turkey. But the thing is, now in the good thing, after US regulations, Turkey always follows US regulations. Always, not the Europe, but the USA. So after US regulations, now we are talking about tokenizing the stocks. One of the first three holdings of Turkey, Koç, Sabancı, and one another, FIBA, they have opening an exchange. So they're investing on Web3 business. So these are very big movements for our country, which means there is a potential for them, and there is better regulations, of course, to people buy and sell as a customer, and for business to invest.
Thank you, John. It's nice that you are seeing the potential and the growth in the market. For Marie, I know that you don't have this harsh regulatory stuff going on for AI. I would like to learn more what kind of challenges do you face as an AI expert. I am guessing is data security and something else. Please go ahead.
So about regulations, we don't have it yet, but I guess AI is no less revolutionary than Web3, so they are coming, and we have to get ready for it, for those relevant and reasonable ones. And to get ready for that means thinking on data privacy. Data privacy means investing heavily in your hardware, buying NVIDIA chips so that you can host open weight models at scale. And the second issue here is to have a human-in-the-loop approach for every AI project delivery in order to make sure every answer and every output your AI solution does it rightly. Right, so we have already seen drastic outcomes of wrong answers and the interactions with GPTs so far. And the third principle is to enlighten, and in some terms, people, right? Teach how to use AI responsibly. This is very important here. This is how you can get ready for those regulations and how you can invest in data safety.
Thank you. That's really nice to be responsible how to use AI. For example, people use it as a psychiatrist, and the AI is giving sometimes not right answers, as you said. There is a lot of mistakes there, but I think before the regulations, as this field is growing drastically, you are going to be ready for that.
Especially for Crocus Squad, it's very important that our customers' PII never leaves our servers, right? So we are heavily investing in local servers, our servers. We're buying NVIDIA chips in order to make sure we can host scale open weight models. So make sure that our customers are safe with their data. Their data is safe with us.
Thank you, Maria. I'd like to give a small insight on the regulatory challenges that have been in Uzbekistan. You might have heard that in Central Asia, the Uzbekistan regulations are really harsh. It was like that a couple of years ago. People would be facing a lot of problems because of non-legal transactions with crypto. But now, as it is very clear, and you can work with legal license exchanges and crypto products like Ethereum, you will not face any challenges and nobody is going to come after you. To talk about the next question, I know that in Web3, the first thing to do is to build a community around your project. This is how the field started to grow. The first crypto product, the white paper of Bitcoin, was fully centralized on the idea of a community. So tell me, how do you do the community building around your project? And let's talk also about the education, because it is very important that we do the mass adoption for Web3 so everybody can use these new technologies. How do you do the education around this, and how do you build Web3 community? Let's start from John at this time.
We are a very B2B company, so our community is our project community, so we advise them how to do it actually and how to not. So one of our projects that I have already mentioned, that they have already have 3,000 shareholders. So
that's a big community.
Yeah, I mean 3,000 shareholders on the stock market, it's not much, but so when they tokenize the project, we tokenize the project, we get very massive support from that people because they have felt like they are part of that event that's going on. So they made the project like top 3 in every competition. They were doing everything. So I think the most important part in the projects about community is make the people a part of it and let them join in and make them feel like they are really involved in this. So they can make the empathy and the support by their hearts. Because otherwise, we have lots of projects trying to collect community with prizes and rewards. And we all see, especially in gaming projects, like play to earn, when is no earn, there's no play. So they lose their community after they finish the prize pools. So I think it should be much more like this, like a cult rather than prize motivated.
Yes, the inclusiveness of the project is very important, so everybody can feel they are the part of it. And Artyom, how about yourself? What do you think about education and community building? I know that you've been doing it for a couple of years already.
Yeah, of course you do know because you are doing it. So fine. Web3 Foundation of Armenia is a non-profit organization. So it doesn't sell product, it sells freedom. And when you are not selling a product, you are selling idea, it's much easier. You're explaining people how to get free of slavery, how to get rid of the chains, how to not get scammed, etc. So community is building up by its own. We are always answering to the questions. We are doing free seminars, free education courses, and we also have the first and only Web3 bachelor's degree in the world in universities. So in Armenia, it's the only place you can go to bachelor's degree, learn 4 years straight, proper Web3, with ethos, with history, with legal, understanding who are bankers and how to fight them, how to create technology which is not being censorship by China government, USA government, or others. So that university is unique, and it is driving forward. Like each year, you have 60 more people who know how to get their freedom and know how to teach others to get the freedom, and also how to create the proper developers, how to create the applications to the freedom. So that's pretty much the brightest spot in Armenia, the community and education for Web3.
Thank you, Artyom. It's very impressive. Thank you. And for Marie, I have a question about the education. How do you share your expertise with people around AI? How do you teach people how to use it right? Because I know that there are a lot of talks about how AI is going to take over the world and we are all doomed.
No. Okay. When it comes to education and AI literacy, there are 2 ways. Okay. When you are adopting an AI inside your company, you have to educate and level up the AI literacy inside your workforce. And the second one is to share your knowledge, what you gained, right? So we have quite a long journey, started from 2023, and we learned AI engineering and the whole AI project lifecycle by ourselves through trial and error, and by making mistakes and so on. So we want to share this with everyone, and why I'm here. This is the reason why I'm here, that we really want to tell everyone how to do and how to go through this journey. This is the part for sharing with others. We're sponsoring events, we're sponsoring these kind of gatherings, and what about inside the Crocus Squad? Okay, it sounds very boring at first, like training and workshops, but it's not like one-way lectures. So we are sharing our knowledge to each other, like we are gaining knowledge, domain knowledge from our Crocus Squad members, our employees, so that we can spot the right places where an AI automation can help and power them. And on the other hand, we are teaching them how to use AI, first ethically, secondly so that they get the good and right result and the fast result they want, and we also literate them about the projects we do. We are not directly using ChatGPT, right? We are AI engineering, so we are building systems. So we want them to know what is going on behind every AI solution we deliver to them. So this is what we do so far.
Thank you, Marie. That's very interesting, and thank you for educating people. To give you a little more insight about the region that I am representing at the moment, Uzbekistan, it's a pretty big market, and the market is not occupied by other exchanges at the moment. Let's say it's a 40 million market, and almost nobody knows how to use crypto. So I think I've chosen to work for Artyom because of this reason, to make the mass adoption one step forward and to try to educate people how to use cryptocurrencies, how to build on a blockchain, how to really be in Web3 field. And to wrap up the discussion for each of you, I would like to give a piece of advice for everyone who is here and who is listening to us. What do you think? What is the future of Web3 and AI? And what kind of advice, let's say, you would give to people who are using these innovative products? Marie?
I'm like an outstander here. I'm talking about AI and you're talking about Web3, but they're same level of importance. They have the same level of importance, and AI is quite more important, I would say, that nowadays. So when it comes to, sorry, can you remind the question?
I am. Tell me first, where do you see the future of AI, and what piece of advice would you give to people?
Okay, if it comes to AI adoption, we have several approaches here that every business have about 4 different paths they can take. Like there are API calls, there are off-the-shelf AI tools that already embed the AI. Third is open weight models that you can host locally so that the data is safe. And the fourth one is the hybrid of these 3, right? This is the path they can take. But during adoption, there are some crucial aspects. First, there must be goodwill from the leadership. So they do want you to get adopted to AI, right? So if you have that goodwill, you can experiment on creating AI solutions and learn through trial and error. So second one, invest in hardware so that you are ready for that data privacy, so that every data is saved on your servers and no API calls are made when it comes to sensitive data. And the third one is AI literacy inside your workforce. That is our advice, maybe. And the second part was
about the future.
About the future, yes, AI will be everywhere. Okay, but we are not doomed. Okay. Today's narrative is today's real narrative is that we are empowered by AI, not changed or replaced by AI. So we see that AI has that empowerment power, so we are grasping on that and going along with that idea. So AI will be everywhere. In 5 years, maybe about in 5 years, there will already be AGI, but this does not mean something revolutionary. It is revolutionary, but we are not doomed. AGI, it's all about how we see AGI. AGI means that an AI can do all the mental tasks we can do. So it's just helping us do every task we want. We can now. So in some, it will be everywhere, but we are not doomed. It's empowering us.
Okay, people, good news. We're not doomed. AI is here to help us. And my colleagues won't let me lie. When Web3 was in trend, everybody was working on Web3. And when AI came, some people from Web3 really switched to AI in one day, let's say. It's good there are some people who work in Web3 fields until today. So, John, what's your advice and future Web3? How do you see it?
So future of Web3, I think it's going to be DeFi 100% right now, because I see lots of centralized or decentralized wallets also right now very controllable. You can freeze any tether, any token inside of a trust wallet or which cold wallet you're using. If you have a malicious or against any government activity, your tether, your account can be frozen, so it's not guaranteed anything. If any government institution, send an email to them. So mostly, I believe future of Web3 will be pushed to DeFi. And most of the products going to be on the DeFi much more, so when we have much more cheaper and secure smart contracts, so I think we are going to be really feel that freedom of the finance, but On the other hand, we have ethical issues. We still, I think, can't solve it because we are all human and a little dirty mind. So let's see how it's going.
Let's see. Any spicy comments from Artyom about this?
Is this the last question?
Yes.
This is the last question. You are going home. Hang on with me for 2 more minutes. So how many of you ever used free speech platform where you can write anything and read anything written by others? Yeah, which one is it? Just scream from there. Which one? Like, Aura. Okay. Arguably. Yeah, all right. So there are a couple, but that has mass adoption. Let's consider Twitter X, which allows you to read the proper news or at least choose which news to read. Otherwise, ones are totally censoring. If you've seen what is happening in UK, it's a proper totalitarian regime now. You can't even use a VPN. You need a passport to use internet and everything. China is doing it. North Korea is doing it. And everything is going towards the censorship, full censorship. And if in future something can fight it, huh? We can't hear you, but I'm sure you are saying something smart. So if tomorrow something happens to Elon Musk and they revert X back to Twitter as it was, where are you going to read your news? So if in future something fights back to this censorship, it's not going to be Greens, it's not going to be democracy, it's going to be some technology which can't be censored, which is the Web3. So the future of Web3 is the last hope of humankind to be able to have free speech, free transfers of money, free will, you name it, free internet. So that's the future.
Thank you.
What was the second question?
Advice, given
My
advice.
advice is, listen, it's been 8 years. Every time I'm speaking from the stages, I'm saying, go buy Bitcoin. Every next stage is laughing at the previous people who never listened and bought Bitcoin. But you're not going to buy Bitcoin as well. The next stage will laugh at you and the next at them. No one ever listens, or maybe a low percentage. Go today, buy your first Bitcoins, but just don't acquire them. Understand why you bought it and what makes it that brilliant and why did I give you this advice, all right?
Thank you, Artyom. I agree that my advice to people, I'm not giving financial advices, don't worry. I am giving an advice to be educated on the product that you are using, either it's AI or it's a Web3 product. Don't be afraid to ask questions. There are people who are really open about it. They can help you to understand it, even if you think your question is not, it's something stupid. Don't be afraid. We all started from stupid questions, and then we got here, and we are going to learn every day. For me, I learn every day. I learn about new projects. I learn about new countries, their experience. So thank you for visiting our panel discussion. I hope it has been insightful. Thank you, Gamify, for inviting us again to Georgia. Personally, I adore Tbilisi, and I'll be happy to be back again. Thank you, our speakers, and hope to network with all of you at Backstage. Thank you.
Thank you very much.